besides being one of the most famous wrestlers of all time. Hulk Hogan is a powerful man who knows very well how to enjoy the luxuries that his money can provide. But have you ever stopped to wonder about just how this celebrity lives? In this video, you will find out what the luxurious life of Hulk Hogan is like. Before we get started, I challenge you. You have to click on subscribe and activate notifications, check the option all. But you have to do that in less than 5 seconds. You got it? And if you can, write in the comments #AllAboutSubscribe. Alright, let's get started. Career. Born in 1953 in the city of Augusta, in the state of Georgia, Terry Gene Bollea, better known by his ring name Hulk Hogan, is a famous professional wrestler. His wrestling career began in mid-1977, but only gained worldwide recognition after signing a contract in 1983 with the World Wrestling Federation, currently WWE, the largest professional wrestling company in the world. And it was with his striking American heroic persona that Hogan helped popularize professional wrestling in the 1980s, starring in the major championships of the time. For example, his fight against Andre the Giant in 1988 holds to this day the American television ratings records for wrestling. Throughout his career as a wrestler, Hulk Hogan came to wrestle in the sport's major tournaments, becoming a 12-time world champion, winning the WWF 6 times and WCW another 6 times. Parallel to all this, he has also always had a career as an actor, starting with his special participation in 1982's Rocky III, and later acting in several films and TV shows, such as No Holds Barred, Suburban Commando, and Mr. Nanny. Today, Hulk Hogan is considered one of the most famous and respected wrestling stars in the world, having already earned more than enough money to live a life filled with luxuries. Mansion. Hulk Hogan is a famous wrestler who does not compromise on luxury and sophistication when it comes to choosing a place to live in. He currently owns a house in the vicinity of Clearwater, in Florida. Built in 2009, the traditional architecture house features a beautiful two-way staircase at the main entrance, as well as a stained glass door. Inside, the 5,400 square foot home features incredible wood floors, a spiral staircase with a chandelier, and other spacious rooms for the comfort of the wrestler and his family. Among the main rooms are the living room with a TV and a fireplace, the dining area next to the French windows, and the kitchen with wood cabinets and marble countertops, which is next to a breakfast room, which has glass windows that provide great vistas. The place also has 5 bedrooms, an elegant walk-in closet, and 6 luxurious bathrooms, one of which has a bathtub for relaxing in. Outside, the lot is 14,300 square feet, having great balconies to enjoy the views, beside a patio in the back with a separate pool and spa, providing ample space for days of leisure and relaxation in front of the open views to the beach. In recent years, Hulk Hogan expanded his real estate holdings in Clearwater by buying the bungalow next door for $1,600,000, while he had purchased the main house in 2013 for $3,300,000. In addition, it is believed that he also had another house in that area, which was listed for $5,900,000. Another property that the wrestler had was a mansion in Miami Beach, also in the state of Florida. The 17,000 square foot home boasts an abundance of architectural details, such as an elliptical floating staircase and a hallway with several glass windows. Outside, there are guest apartments that were built at the same time as the mansion, plus a private bayfront pier, a large swimming pool for recreation, and a well-kept lawn with beautiful trees. Hulk Hogan purchased the property in 2006 for the recording of the reality film Hogan Knows Best for $12 million, and allegedly sold it to producer Michael Bay for $18.9 million. But the most impressive property the wrestler ever owned was a waterfront mansion in Bel Air, Florida. Hulk Hogan bought the property in 1992 and demolished the residence that existed on the site to build a custom mansion of over 17,000 square feet, which was finished in 1996. The farmhouse is inspired by 18th century French architecture and has a rustic, handcrafted design, and among the main rooms of the mansion is the large living room, which features a classic fireplace in the center and cozy couches where the wrestler used to spend a lot of time lying down. In the next space is the kitchen with custom finishings, having large counters for preparing meals, as well as having stainless steel appliances and integrating a dining table. Upstairs there is an incredible master suite, featuring a TV in front of the bed and several windows that bring natural light into the interior, as well as integrating a living area, where there is a lovely bathroom with skylights. The house even has 6 other bedrooms, among which is a modern-style one that has a beautiful grand piano and a large wardrobe, filled with luxurious things belonging to the wrestler's daughter, this being the main place where she spends her time. The mansion also has a private museum where Hulk Hogan was keeping important items from his career, such as the boots he had worn during his wrestling days, some old paintings, belts, and other objects. Heading outside, there's a 100-foot deep resort-style pool that features a waterfall and several nearby relaxing patios. There is also a large 1.5-acre undulating garden, which extends to a private pier where the wrestler had boats at his disposal, as well as jet skis to make use of on a daily basis. Hulk Hogan bought the estate for $2 million and sold it in 2012 for $6,200,000, despite having asked for $25 million in 2006. Cars. One of Hulk Hogan's greatest passions is his cars, with him owning a garage full of legendary vehicles. Throughout his long career, it is speculated that he has owned several beautiful vehicles such as a $35,000 Chevrolet Camaro, a $39,000 Ford Galaxy 500 from 1965, a $40,000 Ford Ram 1500, a $44,000 Rolls-Royce Silver Shadow, a $45,000 1952 Ford F1, a $50,000 C3 Corvette from 1980, a $53,000 Toyota Supra from 1994, a $55,000 Plymouth Barracuda from 1973, a $57,000 Chevrolet Impala from 1966, a $65,000 Plymouth Roadrunner from 1969, a $68,000 Chevy Tahoe, a $70,000 Dodge Charger SRT, a $85,000 Dodge Challenger SRT, a $95,000 Cadillac Escalade. But his most famous car is his illustrious 1994 Dodge Viper, a vehicle completely decked out in Hogan's signature red and yellow color scheme. And to help those in need, the wrestler decided to auction the vehicle for charity, with it being auctioned off for around $75,000. The wrestler's most expensive car, meanwhile, is speculated to be his Dodge Challenger Demon, a super sports car made for those who like speed. The vehicle is equipped with a powerful V8 engine, capable of accelerating from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 2.1 seconds, managing to reach a top speed of 204 miles per hour. And it's no wonder that to acquire this beautiful sports car, you may need to shell out over $180,000 for its most complete models. Overspending. A wrestler as successful as Hulk Hogan possesses more than enough money to buy everything he feels like. When it comes to dressing well, for example, he has been spotted sporting beautiful watches like an $8,000 Breitling Chronomat Evolution and also a $35,000 Rolex Yachtmaster Yellow Gold. However, in his free time has shared several times on social networks moments when he is cruising with his speedboat nicknamed Immortal. Although there is no certainty about its price, based on other similar speedboat models, we can estimate that Hulk Hogan's little toy should cost around $400,000. When it comes to traveling to different parts of the world, the fighter usually uses comfortable and luxurious private aircrafts in his trips. One of the aircraft he has been seen using is the Hawker 800 XP model, a modern mid-size executive jet. The interior of the jet is very luxurious and can accommodate up to 10 passengers depending on the configuration adopted. But you shouldn't think that everything has been such a smooth sailing for him, because he has already got a huge scare when the tires of the aircraft burst at the time of the landing. In addition, the price to acquire a new aircraft of this model is about $5 million. But in case the fighter just chartered it, it's possible he spent around $5,000 for each hour of flight. Business. Although he has retired from wrestling, Hulk Hogan now has other major sources of income. One of his first ventures was launching his own line of products, such as his energy drink called Hogan Energy and his Hulkster Burgers, a line of frozen cheeseburgers. However, from 2012 he decided to open his own restaurants, known as Hogan's Hangout, with him having 2 units in Florida. It is an all-custom venue, which seems to be a great attraction for tourists visiting the area. Restaurant menus offer a wide variety of food such as burgers, chicken wings, tacos, seafood, among many other things. Another of the wrestler's ventures is his Hogan's Beach Shop, which is located in Orlando, Florida. The place sells a variety of custom products and is a fantastic place for wrestling fans to shop. And for those who can't go there in person, Hogan also has an online store where you can get signed items from the wrestler that can go for quite a bit of money, such as a $1,150 signed chair, a $1,500 signed poster, a $3,500 signed belt, $5,000 ring-worn long tights, and even a $6,000 t-shirt had worn. However, his social networks can also be considered another business venture of the actor. On Instagram, for example, he has almost 2 million followers, and on Facebook the number exceeds 7 million, and he takes advantage of all this visibility to advertise for various companies and also promote their own custom products. With all that said, we can say that Hulk Hogan is a man who knew well how to convert his fame into a very profitable business. Net worth. Being considered the most important person responsible for popularizing wrestling in the world, Hulk Hogan has already made a lot of money throughout his career. At the height of his career as a wrestler, for example, some sources estimate that he made almost $10 million a year. And of course, all this gigantic salary was just a consequence of the huge media result he was pulling, with him owning the American television audience record for a wrestling match to this day. And despite having already made a lot of money in his career, Hogan has even said in interviews that at the time he squandered most of his wealth on his lavish lifestyle. Another time when Hulk Hogan ended up losing a lot of money was in 2009, when in the divorce settlement with his ex-wife Linda Bollea, it was reported in the media that the wrestler lost 70% of the couple's net assets, being left with only 30% of all the money they had. But in 2016, the tide began to turn in Hulk's favor when he won his lawsuit against media company Gawker, which released an intimate video of the fighter that was recorded without his consent and had even refused to take it off the air. After a major court battle, they struck a deal that got Hogan about $31 million. And although no one knows exactly what the wrestler's real current financial situation is, we can estimate that Hulk Hogan has a net worth of at least $40 million, a figure that could be much higher if he knew how to manage his money better. Hey, you like the video? So don't forget about leave your like and comment, and tell some suggestions of another videos, and hopefully we gonna do it. All about channel, deals to satisfy your curiosity.